This is your Pac-Man GP. So, ladies and gentlemen, today again I'm going to discuss one more invention, which is a very simple invention, and it is concerning a household domestic appliance, which is used in each and every kitchen world over. It is concerning a mixer grinder. So, before I start off, let me just share my screen and enlarge the PPT presentation for you. Please bear with me. Okay, so the title of the invention is a vegetable and a fruit washer coupleable to mixer grinder motor. So a vegetable and a fruit washer which is able to be coupled or which can be coupled to a mixer grinder motor. That is the title of this invention. Now this is a granted patent. This patent has already been granted for this invention by the Indian Patent Office. I am only going to discuss inventions for which patents have been granted, because it makes no sense in discussing about inventions for which patents have not been granted and they are still sub judice before the Indian Patent Office. So here is a patent which gives the inventor or the applicant or the patentee the rights to enforce their patent and to stop somebody from infringement. The invention, as I said, is a vegetable and a fruit washer coupleable to a mixer grinder motor. So before I get into the invention, I would like to dwell into what is the problem statement, or what is the problem or the challenge that the inventor has observed in the pre-existing technology, and which the inventor seeks to resolve. So the problem in the pre-existing technology which the inventor has identified or located is that in the conventional, vegetable and fruit washers, what happens is that a kind of a drum is taken and it is installed on a motor, and all the fruits and vegetables are inserted inside, especially in a restaurant setup where fruits and vegetables in bulk are purchased, and all those fruits and vegetables have to be washed in the shortest possible time. These kind of machines are implemented in a restaurant setup. So in that drum, water is poured, a lid is placed, and the motor is started, and the entire drum rotates. And with the rotation, the water sort of churns inside, and because of the churning action of the water, the fruits and the vegetables get washed. Now, here the problem is that there is no way to ensure that each and every part of the fruits and the vegetables are getting washed. Now, incidentally, you might already know that the fruits and vegetables that are purchased directly from the market, they have a thin layer of pesticide deposited over them. So this thin layer has to be washed. Now, at homes, what we do, we take a vessel, we place the fruits and vegetables in that vessel, we hold it under a tap with running water, and many times we try to wash the fruits and vegetables with our fingers. But in a restaurant setup, that is not possible. Okay, and therefore such big washing equipment or such big washers are implemented. But the problem with with having such big washers implemented in a restaurant is that there is water consumption. Many times wastage of water is also observed, and of course there is electricity consumption. So these are some of the problems that the inventor has identified in the prior art. The main among them is the problem of water unable to reach each and every nook and cranny of the vegetables, and therefore the vegetables or the fruits not getting washed properly. So that is actually the main problem which the inventor has identified while developing this invention. And in order to overcome this problem, what the inventor has done, will now come to the invention. So moving on to the next slide. We see here, this is a basket. We can see that it is a checkered porous kind of a basket. So therefore, if we place anything, or say fruits and vegetables inside this basket and pour water on it, the water will get drained out. So it is that kind of a basket. Okay. And this basket is actually placed inside the container of a mixer grinder. So this container is marked by the number 103, and this basket is placed inside the container, and inside this basket, the fruits and vegetables, the dirty fruits and vegetables which are supposed to be washed, they are placed, they are jam packed. Okay. And then the lid is placed on the top of on the top of this particular container. Of course, before fixing the lid, water is poured inside this container, and thereafter the lid is placed and locked. Okay. Now here, what the inventor has done to overcome the problem of water not being able to reach each and every nook and cranny of the vegetables and the fruits while washing is that he has implemented a peculiar blade. Now here, the novelty and the inventive step is in the design of this blade, and that is where the invention lies, or at least that is what the inventor is claiming. So we will come to the next slide, which shows the blade. So here you see the blade, which is marked by the number 300. It has a center portion, the circular portion, as you can see, and there is an aperture in the center of this particular central portion. So this aperture is connected on the, I'll go back to the previous slide. This is connected on the spindle at this position. Okay. And it has two blades that are protruding out of the central region. That is 301. The central region is 301, whereas these two blades are marked by the number 302. So what is the peculiarity of these blades is that if you see the design of these blades are oriented in opposite directions. That is, if you look at this blade on the left-hand side, you will see that it is kind of sliding in this direction, sliding down towards this direction. Whereas if you look at this blade on the right-hand side, it is sliding on the other side. So they are sort of oriented in opposite directions. They are angularly oriented in opposite directions. That is what we can say. So therefore, the inventor is claiming that because of this angular orientation of the blades in the opposite directions, it creates enough turbulence inside the container 103 during the operation, during the working of this particular mixer grinder, such that because of that turbulence, the water that is already sort of poured inside this container, it is able to reach each and every nook and cranny of the vegetables and the fruits that are placed inside this basket. So this is a very simple invention. And if you want to watch me explain such simple inventions in the future, please, it is my humble request, please subscribe, like, and comment to my channel. This is your Pacman GP.